Uh, all right. Episode 12, I think. Episode 12 of the Trailblazers podcast. Today we have a very, very good friend of mine. I really love this dude. He's a special one, and the relationship that we have is dope. I really value him a lot. We've been talking for like 30 minutes before before we started.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, I don't even know if we still have more shit to talk about,
that's
but
true.
that's that's how much we bond, and we just really, whenever we get together, we have dope conversations. This is Milton
What's up? What's
Muchas.
up? What's up? What's up? What's up with you?
Bruh.
Good.
All good, man. All good. Is that really your surname, Muchas?
Now, my surname is actually Mushanga, so like I just
Oh,
cut it up
you
and give it
changed
like
it.
a little bit of sauce and like
Oh, you
put it like
sleek.
Much.
You sleek. You a sleek man. Because I was like, that's a dope surname, man.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
dope surname.
yeah.
Muchas. Okay.
My Facebook name back in the days used to be like Muchas Love, so like
Ay, 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 ay.
yeah, so
Nigga
like
got the sauce.
yeah, but
Got the
actually
sauce.
it was like a friend of mine actually that gave me the name. It was like one day it was like
Ah,
so my name is Mushanga. She was like Muchas. I was like, okay, that's dope.
yeah,
I'm just gonna keep
that's
that.
dope.
Yeah. So
That's
like from
digs.
there, just like I took it and I wore it and I put it on
That's
Facebook. So yeah, and now it's on
that's
Instagram and
slick.
stuff. So yeah,
That's slick. That's
yeah.
actually how I save your name on my phone. On my phone, your number says Muchas.
Hey, dope, man, dope.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
a lot of people call me that because like I don't know why, but I think it's because of social media mostly, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
then this day and
Yeah.
age, you make a lot of friendships on social media and stuff like that.
True.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and people
Yeah.
sometimes, obviously, where we have a physical relationship, we know each other outside of social media and stuff. But like a
Mm,
lot of people, they just come across you in the street and just be like, "Hey, Muchas, what up? What up?" And so yeah,
yeah.
from there, people just like started like calling me that, and ever since I guess Facebook also I for a long time, which is love. Even like back at college, my friends also
Yeah. Yeah.
called me that, so I was like it
Yeah.
ended up sticking. So yeah.
Yeah. That's a sweet name. You got a lot of sauce on that shit.
Thanks,
I
bro.
bet that the girls love that shit. The girlies love that shit. They
I
be
I
calling
guess
you
so.
much.
I guess so. I think so, bro. Hopefully.
Uh, that's that's the shit, man. But yeah,
Hey,
man.
thanks.
We were talking before, just for the people listening and all that are not familiar with who you are.
Yeah,
You can give us a breakdown of what you've been doing currently. We were talking a bit about your insurance brokerage and
yeah.
other business that you've been into. So yeah, just a few words to let people know what you engage yourself in.
Oh man, what I do. I'm a
Yeah.
survivor, man. I just survive.
Hey, living.
Yeah, I'm just living and trying to survive life, man. But yeah, I do insurance brokerage. I do music. Obviously, we've
Yeah.
talked about this also. We're even trying to do a mixtape and whatnot. I have
Yeah.
one song on the way, a beat tape. Hopefully, will come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically, what I try to do, I just try to, make my ideas come alive. That's what I try to do. I try to, have some ideas and try to bring them to life. I
Mm,
guess you would say I'm an entrepreneur or something like that. I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not sure. I just try to create
Okay.
things, whether it's in business, whether it's art, musically. Yeah, I think I'm a creator. That's the thing that
Yeah.
I would
That's a
use
good
to
way to
describe
put it.
myself.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Just I'm curious because there you mentioned those two. Which ones you think is harder? Like making the music or the insurance brokerage right now? Which one do you think is harder?
Uh,
I'm really curious.
Both, but
Both.
definitely insurance, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously music, you just have to feel inspired. It's been hard
Mm,
for me lately to feel inspired with all the shit that's going around in the world. But
yeah.
at times, you feel a little bit more inspired. At times, you don't. But yeah, lately it's been hard for me to find inspiration in music. But I still do it from time to time. Whenever I feel like okay, let me relax a little bit, let me get my head out of business and stuff, let me relax, because it's also like a type
Yeah.
of therapy that I use for myself.
Hey,
It's also
dude.
something that
Yeah.
I use to relax myself and to get out of all the bullshit and stuff. So whenever
Yeah.
that's going on, I just plug my PC on, plug my keys, and I try to make a beat or something like that. But yeah, recently I haven't been doing much of that. I've been trying to
Mm,
focus more on the business and stuff.
mm.
So yeah, the insurance part is that definitely more
More
difficult, because you
difficult.
have you have to convince people. There you have to convince people. While music, I know my beats are hot. Like modern, yeah,
Yeah.
I know my beats are hard. Like I
You
don't
got
need
the
to convince
sauce.
anyone. Like yeah, because like
Yeah.
my friends even sometimes be like, why don't you put this out? Why don't you put your music
Yeah.
out, put your beats out? And sometimes I like, nah, man, it's just like it's special. If I was to work with someone, it has to be because I admire that person, and I
Yeah.
really like that person, or I really vibe with that person. So
Yeah.
yeah, while
That's
insurance
good.
is different, it's also a little bit of art. It's a art of like persuading and convincing people, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's the hardest part, I would say, between the two of them, because insurance, you have to go out and get clients and convince clients to buy insurance. You have to make them realize that they need the insurance. You need to make them, understand what are they
Mm.
buying, because you don't want to have someone buying something and then they come back to you and say, the thing that I
Yep.
bought isn't working for me, or I had an
Yep.
accident, or this happened and your insurance isn't covering this for me, or I went to the hospital and they're saying that my insurance is done.
Mm.
So yeah, that definitely has its degree of difficulty when you're engaging
Mm.
with someone. So you have to make sure that communication with the people that you're selling is top notch. You have to make sure that people really understand what are they buying, and what are they looking for. Because sometimes people will just want insurance but not really understand what type of insurance they're buying or they're contracting. So
Mm.
it's your job as an insurance brokerage to make sure that you can make the person that's buying understand exactly what are they buying, why are they buying, and and what will happen in the future if anything happens. So yeah,
Mm.
that definitely is the hardest part, because you have to have a certain engagement with people that needs to be
Yeah.
continuous, and needs to be also transparent.
Yeah. More responsibility and shit.
Exactly. Basically, basically, you have to
Yeah.
be more responsible. Yeah.
More
Basically, yeah.
responsibility, taking care of people and all that.
Exactly, man. Yeah. Yeah.
How long have you been active for? You said that you got your license when?
Uh,
Beginning of this year?
Beginning of this year, yeah, around March. So I think it's around
8 months.
yeah 8 months, around 8 months. Yeah,
8 months.
yeah.
Damn. How's the ride been?
It's a roller coaster, man. It's crazy. Yeah, this is
Damn.
like yeah, this is a roller coaster, like
Up and
ups
down all
and
the time.
downs, but like now more downs than ups. But we're gonna be up someday.
2020.
Yeah, 2020 is a terrible year, man. This is crazy. Yeah, man.
Really, like I want to challenge you on that. I want to challenge you on that. You know why I want to challenge you on that?
Okay, what's the
I want to
challenge?
challenge you on that because
Yeah.
for me, I always say, I've been saying,
Hmm.
that 2020 is my best year ever, best
Okay.
year of my life,
Okay.
2020,
Yeah.
because of my personal growth.
Yeah.
I've grown so much in this year, with the different things that I'm trying. I've
Hmm.
grown so much, I've learned so much, I've gone through so much bullshit, but that
Hmm.
bullshit only makes you stronger. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And I want to challenge you. Maybe, do you not feel that way? For you, it's just like,
No, no,
nah,
I
bro, this shit
do.
has sucked.
Yeah, like por acaso I do. Like I really do. I
Yeah.
really do feel that way. But it's like when is this shit gonna end, man? Like for real, like it's like I feel that like I
Yeah.
had to grow. I had to get out of my comfort zone. I had to
Yeah.
do certain things that I wasn't used to doing. I had to sacrifice certain things, and for me, I understand that that ultimately helps you become a better person. It helps you,
Mm,
like being more aligned with your destiny, and being
yeah.
more focused on your goals. So definitely for me, it's a year of transformation. It's a year of growth,
Yeah.
because I don't believe that it's gonna be like this forever. I think
Yeah.
things will eventually get better, and only the people that manage to survive, only the people that manage to get through these tough times, those are the people that will end up on the other side. Like they used to say,
Yeah.
tough times don't last, tough people do. So for me,
Yeah.
this is
Ooh,
what it's
that's
all
deep.
about, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
100%. I
Yeah.
feel you, bro.
Yeah, we just gotta hang on there, man. And 2020 is
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, honestly, I just wanted to end. I can't wait for it 2021. Hopefully, things will, get
Get better.
a little bit back to normal, because I don't think things will be back to normal as they used to be ever. But at least
But at this close to it. Yeah.
yes, at least close to it, at least some kind of normality, some kind of steadiness to things,
Mm.
because this year is already gone. It's basically done.
Yeah.
Everything that happened already happened. We can only, continue to build, continue to be resilient, and yeah, try to get to the finish line, man. I think this is the year of the marathon. I would say, rest in
Yeah.
peace, man. This is the year of the
RIP one
marathon, man.
time.
Yeah, this is the marathon year. You just have to make sure you get to the finish line, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel you 100%. I'm sure a lot of other people also feel that way.
yeah, that's true.
Nobody was fucking expecting this year,
Yeah,
and it was fucking crazy. It
yo,
was fucking
man,
crazy.
like I was like, at one point I was like, this is probably gonna be the end of the world, man. Like,
Hey, no cap.
like I was like tripping some zombie shit, in the movie.
Hey, man, I was tripping aliens, man.
Yeah,
I thought,
some shit like that, bro. Because you never know, man.
hey,
You never
he
know,
was just
like,
getting crazier and crazier. I was
yeah,
like, yo,
man.
man, we
Yeah,
might see some fucking aliens out here, bro.
out of nowhere, like you just pop up and
Hey,
stuff
bro.
like that, and yeah. But do you believe in that? Do you like believe in that?
I- In aliens,
Yeah.
hey, 2020, I believed. I'm not gonna lie. Normally, I don't, but when
Okay.
2020 started showing its face, I was like, I believe in this shit. It might happen
Yeah,
for real.
yeah, I do believe in it too, man. Honestly, I
Yeah.
do. Yeah. So yeah, for me, it's like let's just try to survive this, man. Hopefully, nothing else comes up, because a
Hey,
lot already
hopefully.
happened, or a lot already. We all went through a lot already, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's being hard, especially for us, that we're accustomed, or at least we used to live abroad at some point of life, and coming
Yeah.
back and living in Africa in these conditions. I never experienced anything like this.
Yeah.
Even more experiencing here in our homeland in Africa, in Mozambique.
Yeah.
It's even it's a wake up call. It's something that really makes you think about life, because we have it
Yeah.
hard, but there's people that have it like 10 times, 100 times harder than we. At least we have a
Yeah.
house. At least we have a home. At least we have food. At least we have clothes. Like
Yeah.
going through this at this moment of time here in Moz, like made me realize a lot of shit also. So, yeah, you have to be thankful also for being
Yeah.
able,
Forever grateful.
to sustain yourself through these times, and being able, to run the marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Forever grateful, man.
yeah,
You said some wise words there. You just gotta hang on and be thankful for whatever you got
yeah.
going on for yourself, your family, and your close
That's
ones.
true, man. That's true. Because
I'm curious how
imagine,
you got.
yeah, yeah.
I'm curious how you got into the brokerage business. You told me the story before, but yeah, for people listening, how did you get into that business?
Basically, it was through a friend of mine, which is my partner at the moment.
Yeah,
We opened the company together. It was a long friend of mine, a childhood friend. We used to study
yeah,
together back in
that's
a
dope.
high school, primary school, and
Mm,
he basically he worked at the insurance company. He worked there at a big insurance company for 5 years almost. Because for
mm,
you to be an insurance broker, you have to have someone at the company who is a registered broker or has experience working with insurance. So this friend of mine, he worked at a big insurance company, one of the biggest insurance companies in Malls, for almost 5 years. And
mm,
last year, he decided to quit his job. He was
Mm.
opening a business of his. He was doing a side business, and he decided to quit. And one
Okay.
day we were just talking about insurance and stuff, and he was explaining to me some, intricacies, like how it works, how the business works, more or less. He was telling me how they make money and stuff, and I was like, man, we can make money out of this. It's easy. It's like it's a
Mm.
no-brainer. Why are we not doing this? I asked him, and he was like, okay, we can do it. I'm about to quit my job anyway. Let's do it. Why not? And I was like, okay, once you quit, let me know, and then we can start up setting up the business. And
Yeah.
eventually, he did quit last year
Mm.
around, I think, May, April. He
Mm.
quit.
So he's not. He didn't go to do the side hustle that he was gonna. He
He,
decided to go
he,
straight into the.
he did his side hustle, but with the COVID thing, his side hustle ended up,
Okay.
taking a left because of
Okay.
the COVID situation.
Yeah.
His business was mainly established at the airport, and once the
Yeah.
airport closed with the pandemic, it was basically, a hard situation to deal with. And we're
Yeah.
already doing the insurance brokerage thing, so we just decided, to go full throttle on that. We decided to put our foot on the gas fully on the insurance thing, and
Mm.
yeah, we started last year. We started, building the company and registering and taking care of the documents and whatnot. We did that last year. We submitted also for the license to operate last year, end of last year, and beginning of this year, we got the license around April, March, and yeah,
Yeah.
basically that's how we started.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's dope, man. That's dope.
yeah,
I like that. And you know what I like the most? I like the most that you're getting momentum with this one because your previous venture, the one with the card and etc. You can talk about if you want
yeah,
here. There like it was difficult to get the momentum going. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Because there are a lot of obstacles. Then you have to talk to this person, and then it gets
yeah,
delayed for this amount of time,
yeah,
and then you can get in touch with this person, and then this like it was difficult for you to get the
yeah.
momentum.
Was up and
But
down and up and down, and not
yeah,
getting any clear answers, not getting any,
mm,
blueprint, not getting anything from the banks. Where we're basically
yeah,
what we were trying to do was we were trying to launch a prepaid card that gave, sorry, prepaid card that gave people discounts
mm,
in a chains of stores and businesses, whether it be supermarkets, uh, small businesses, boutiques, restaurants. Um,
yeah.
what else? What else? Schools,
Events. We're also doing
events.
events, right?
Yes, events, schools. What else we had there? We had saloons.
Mm,
Where else do we had? We had there. We had a lot of stuff, but basically, restaurants, saloons, schools, events, supermarkets, and stuff like that. Basically, the day-to-day necessities that people will have, when they went to buy something, whether it was a service or a good. If the store that they went to or the business that they went to, if it was registered as a partner of ours, the person will get like a discount on the card,
yeah,
and basically that was what we're trying to establish.
yeah,
We were trying to do a partnership with some banks at the time, but some banks approved the idea at the initial stage, and they were like, okay, this is a cool idea, we can get behind this and we can support this. But eventually, it needed to go to a department of this, the department of that,
yeah.
and at one point it was like they were like, just we were just running in circles, and going
Mm,
to a meeting with someone from the marketing department of a bank, and then they will say we need to take it to the commercial department if the commercial
yeah,
department wasn't the same as the marketing, and then they will say we need to go to the compliance department, and then some banks have a specific card department for people that take care of issuing the cards and stuff like that. So yeah, it
yeah,
was up and down, and then the pandemic came, Corona came. We realized that banks weren't able to listen to us anymore. They weren't going to listen to us anymore. So we decided that we're just gonna put this on the side. We're gonna try and see what other things we can do. We put that on hold. we already were gaining some traction on social media because we're already building our social media.
Really?
Yeah, we already had an
Mm,
Instagram and Facebook page established. We had what else? We had, yeah, Instagram and Facebook. That's what we had. We had a couple of companies registered at our database. We had a few restaurants there. We had
mm,
a school over there also. We had a couple of saloons, and yeah, we're building leverage. We were building traction, but eventually, when the pandemic came, things turned left, and we had to kind
mm.
of put a hold on that. But hopefully, we'll get back to that because
You get back.
it was a very interesting project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask if you see yourself going back to that or if you're completely just insurance until you make it happen.
I'm not sure, man. Honestly, I'm not sure. But this is the thing. I might go back, but not to the same thing as it was. Like,
Like a different structure
yeah,
or what?
exactly. Because I remember, like, I had explained to you back in the days how we were like planning of working it
Yeah.
out and how we were like had the plan for it all. But
Yeah.
um, uh, like nowadays, like I think I have a different perspective. I
Mm,
might be able to still do it, but I will do it in a different way, in a way that will include what I'm doing today. Meaning that I would do it in a way that I will include my insurance business to
the
also be a
insurance.
part of that. Don't
Mm.
ask me how because I don't know how yet. I'm just, I just have like some crazy ideas that I think can work, but I'm still
Yeah.
trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah,
I like that. Keep the ideas boiling, and whenever I love to talk about this stuff. So
yeah,
whenever just hit me up like, "Yo, Chuck, let's ping pong on some ideas," and I'm
yeah,
down for it at all times, man.
yeah.
I'm down, man.
Yeah,
It's dope.
I'm just trying to see like cause the way I see it, like honestly, I'm seeing also we came up with this a long time ago, but nowadays I'm seeing like on Instagram sometimes I see like companies that are trying to do something similar, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this is the idea that we had with Mimosa. This is the name of the project
Mm-hmm.
of Mimosa. So nowadays, I see some pages on Instagram that are promoting something similar. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this is the thing that we're trying to do with Mimosa. This is what we're trying to sell a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we were trying to do. And when you start seeing that, you start seeing people, taking or having the same blueprint that you had for something, and at that point, you're not
Mm-hmm.
being, innovative, and you're not being, uh, a different a different option in the market. It's just the same product, but with a different name or different branding.
Yeah.
And for me, you have to be different. You have to actually stand out with what you're trying to do and what you're trying to offer. So if I
Mm-hmm.
go back to that, I'll definitely switch it up a little bit. Maybe
Yeah.
get something that has to do with what I'm doing today with insurance, and try to maybe mix it up a little bit, and do something that will integrate the both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never do. And would you still go? Because I remember that you had a partnership with a friend that is doing something similar in Zimbabwe. Was that the
Tanzania,
country?
Tanzania.
Tanzania. In
Yeah,
Tanzania.
like, yeah,
Would
yeah.
you still have that partnership, or would
Uh,
it?
Yeah, I will say yes. I hadn't talked with that guy in quite a while right now. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I would say yes because the project Mimosa actually started in Tanzania, and the guys over there, they launched the product. It's operational in Tanzania. The card is actually functioning in the moment. The people in Tanzania have access to the card, mostly in Dar es Salaam, mostly at Dar es Salaam and in Zanzibar. That's where the card is operational. Other provinces, I'm not sure, but in that
Mm-hmm.
Zanzibar, the card is operational. And basically, what happened? This guy is a friend of mine. He lives in Tanzania, and he came up with the idea and he launched it over there. And it was like one day, yo, Milton, why don't you take this thing and take it to Mozambique and launch it there, and we can do it like a franchise or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, that's where it started. And it was like, I'll give you the blueprint, I'll give you everything, I'll give you the know-how, I'll give you the documents, I'll give you an overall idea of how this works, And then I ended up traveling to Tanzania in 2008, no,
Eighteen.
2019, I
I
think.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same way the same year that we met in Barcelona, I
In
went to
Barcelona. Yeah.
Tanzania in beginning of the year. That's where
Okay.
I met the team of Mimosa, the Mimosa team. I met them in Tanzania, and then they gave me an overview of what they're doing, and it's a really good project. And then I came back and I was like, okay, time to take this and implement it in Moz. And that's where it started from. I took it from them and I tried to run it here in Mozambique, and we had a partnership understanding of what we're going to do here. But unfortunately, the project didn't go through, but we still have other
Mm,
ventures that we're trying to do. The card is still operation in Tanzania, but as far as Mozambique, we're still on hold. We're still
yeah.
partners. I think we're still partners. We're still partners.
I think.
But since the project isn't operational at the moment, everything is on hold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel. Yeah, I think the partnership will give you leverage, because you already have somebody that is doing it and is
exactly.
working for them. Yeah, and you get the blueprint. I think
Yeah,
that's dope, bro.
that was the honestly, because if I didn't have the blueprint, I don't even know if I would have all of that energy to go after it, because what made
Mm,
me also, believe in the project and, have that feeling to go after it was the fact that I saw it, I saw the thing working, I saw the thing being done, and was like, oh
yeah,
shit, this shit is really, they're really doing this. So why can't we do, like, why can't we take it to Mozambique and, apply it the same way?
yeah,
Obviously it's different countries, it's different habits, it's different people, but
yeah.
it's largely the same thing. It's an African country,
Same
predominantly
conditions.
low income classes,
Yeah,
people, uh, largely people that work in the informal market,
yeah,
a lot of people with with the tendency to try and how do you say it? The word is just running from my head right now.
what?
Save money. A lot of people with the tendency
Okay,
to save money, although we don't have that habit as much
that
here
much.
in Africa,
Yeah,
but a lot of people are starting to run on towards that and saving money, and plus, who doesn't like discounts? It's a card that as long as you keep swiping, as long as you keep buying things, keep
discounts
giving
and
you
points and shit.
discounts and stuff like that. So yeah, I saw it happening in Tanzania. I was like, okay, let's bring it to Moz. Let's apply it. Why not? It's happening over there. It can definitely happen here. So that's where we
Yeah,
started.
all right, that's
Yeah.
dope. But now that's on pause, and now you're focusing on the insurance brokerage, selling insurance
Yes.
to the people in need.
Yes.
And we were before talking about some of the struggles because you're a new company, and
Yo,
there's a lot.
yo,
There's already a lot.
bro. Can you give me 1 second?
Back
Yeah, I'm back, man.
away 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was saying now you're focused on the insurance business, and we were
Yeah.
talking before about a few struggles that you're having because you're a new company and
Mm-hmm.
they're already like well old established insurance companies that are in the business, and for you to have an edge over them, be
Yeah.
more innovative is difficult. Convincing people to get into this
Yeah.
is difficult and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, can you talk a bit about the main struggles that you guys are having with the business currently?
Uh, yeah. You summed it up really well. Being a new company in the insurance brokerage field is quite demanding. But yeah, obviously, the things that are more, let's say, that put more pressure on us at the moment are, being able to, get new clients, being able to convince people to contract with us, the insurances, because there's already a bunch of companies that are established on the markets for years and years, companies with 10, 15, even 20 years as brokers. And yeah, it's a field that there's a lot of competition, so you just have to go out and fight. You just have to find your way on the market, dig yourself, a way so you can be successful. Obviously, the pandemic has been a huge thing. It played a huge role. Bro,
Mm.
we start again. Tô desconcentrado, man.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
So where, sorry lá, perdi. I'm completely lost. Qual era a pergunta?
Yeah. No worries. You were talking about the main struggles that you're having to running the company now currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, it's being hard because we started operating in the middle of the pandemic. We got
Yeah.
our license in March.
March.
So getting our
Yeah.
license in March means that we're getting our license in the middle of the state of emergency. We're getting our license
Yeah.
in the middle of every business being closed in the country. So we had to stay 2 months at home. We had to work from home 2 months, and this is a business that you have to interact with people. You have to be able, to sit with people and to sell them your product. You have to be able to convince them. And as much as we did that through the computer, we try to, have online meetings where we'll try to sell people our business. But it's not the same thing, if you're gonna sell something,
Different.
you have to have that human interaction with someone. You have to be able, to really sit with them and really try to understand them. And you can try to sell it on the computer online. And sometimes people will say, yes, yes, that's good, that's nice, and we like that.
Mm.
But it's not the same thing, human interaction, I believe, is something very important if you're trying to be a salesman, if you're selling something, being able to actually,
Mm.
be with that person and read the body language and, feel the energy and stuff like that. That really helps you define the way you're
Mm.
gonna pitch your business. So yeah, us getting our license, and starting operating in the middle of the pandemic, we had to work 2 months from home. That was already, stressful for us, and being able to adapt to that also was a little bit stressful. But we managed to make it through. We managed to hold on. We managed to get back and work from the office, which where we are doing now. But it's still hard because some companies, you still go there, and sometimes you go there and you try to sell insurance, and you hear like, the person who is responsible for this is in quarantine, or the person that's
Mm.
responsible for this is not working at the moment. Yeah, the person is working from home, and then it gets hard for you to try and sell, the business like that. But yeah, it's challenging, but it's also interesting. There's a lot of
Mm.
challenges. That's one of the main ones. The situation that we're living now, not being able to interact directly with your customer, not being able to have direct contact with the people that you're trying to sell. Because if you're selling something and you cannot, be with that person and physically, understand and, take out of the energy what they're trying to
Mm.
get, and what are
Yeah.
they, feeling towards what you're pitching to them, it becomes real hard for you to sell. So this is a business that you must sell. It's a selling business because, as I said, it's not a business where the person is buying like some shoes or buying some clothes or buying a phone or even buying a computer. Those things you buy them, and you have them on your hands or on your body, on your feet.
Uh,
It's tangible things. You can actually, once you buy it, they're yours. But the insurance, once you buy it, you just bought something. You bought confidence,
yeah.
but you bought like trust on someone. And for someone to trust you, if you're trying to sell them and you're not able to sell them directly, it's very hard. So yeah, it's one of the things that's been a challenge for us. But yeah, it's also opportunity because it enables you to think differently, think out of the box. And that's I think the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to ask you, I think it kind of links up perfectly to how you ended about having to think outside the box and shit. I want to know what's something that you've learned in this process, in this journey, a lesson that you've garnered from all of this.
From all of this, in what sense of the insurance business or the
Yeah,
pandemic, or
since what?
from the insurance business or the situation with the pandemic from.
I would say from the insurance business, since you started, you got your license 8 months ago.
Yeah,
Since then until now,
yeah.
in that business, what have you learned the
That,
most?
that people are hard to convince. That
I
people,
like that one.
yeah,
I
that
love that
people
so
are hard
much.
to convince. That people sometimes people don't even know what they want. Like honestly, like yeah,
Yeah.
like that's like because I even think it's not necessarily that people don't know; they know, but sometimes they just won't take action. So you have to find a way to make people take action on what they know they need to do. So
Yeah.
that's the convincing part. You need to convince them, that you really should do this. You really need to do this, and by doing this, you'll be better off. You'll be in a better position. And it's just
Yeah.
just a work of up and down and trying to talk with people, trying to convince them to see things the
Yeah.
right way, trying to make sure that they understand what they really want, what they need. And we're talking before, even it's not about you selling and being able to say I sold, but is you being able to say like I helped someone realize what they needed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
from that perspective, I think that's the thing that I ended up realizing, that that's a
Yeah.
challenge that helps you grow, because you grow professionally, but you also grow socially. You grow
100%.
skills, you grow also spiritually, and once you're
Yeah.
able to understand that you're doing this not just to sell but to help people, and to make them realize that there's some stuff in life that you need to take in consideration, that life is just not what you see every day, but that someday life might hit you up with something that you're not expecting, and when that something
Mhm.
comes up, you need to be prepared. That's basically the basic of everything.
Mm.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that because as I told you before we started recording, I'm
yeah,
going through similar waters, my brother.
yeah, true.
Similar waters.
Yes, yes.
Trying to get these clients on my marketing agency and shit.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's a whole shift that has to happen in your mind because as I said
Exactly.
before, I was going from the perspective of like, here's what we do. We sell
Mhm.
ads, we can make you money with this and with
Yeah,
that. And just having to stop and be like, they don't really care about my company. They don't give a fuck what I'm selling. They don't give a fuck about who
yeah.
I am. They
'Cause
want shit for them,
yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah, yeah. Because the same way that
Exactly.
you're thinking about yourself, the client is also thinking about their own self. So what can you
100%.
what can you do to make them feel comfortable with you, saying
Yeah,
what they need and what they want, and ultimately that's what you need to do. You need to make sure that you're actually servicing the needs of those clients and making sure that
exactly.
their needs are responded to. So
Yeah.
I think it's human nature. We're all how I wouldn't say selfish, but uh,
Self-centered.
yeah,
Self-centered.
self-centered. Exactly, that's the perfect word,
Yeah.
my brother. Self-centered.
Yeah.
We're all self. We are all self-centered, and I think our line of work, if we're trying to sell something, we should always cater to what the people want,
Yeah.
what are the desires, and what do they need. And I think
Yeah.
that's the only way, if you're trying to sell something, to actually make sure that you get something out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's the only way. Make them feel seen, make them feel heard,
exactly.
you know,
Yeah,
be
and
be
and,
that.
and it's a process, because you have to be patient. You have to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
patient. Yeah, because
Take your time.
exactly, man. Because some people, as I said, most people sometimes don't know what they want. So you
Mm,
hear you have someone saying to you, I want this, and then the other day they'll change their minds, and so on and so forth, and you ended up asking, but okay, what is exactly that you want to cover, at least on the insurance business? What actually is something that you're trying to prevent, or what is the thing that you think that if it happens, you need to be prepared. So
mm,
that's one of the questions that we need to ask our clients and stuff like that. Why do you want to buy insurance? So that's
mm,
one of the first questions. I will manage if you're trying to sell on your side on their agency. I would
Mm,
think like it would be like, okay, what are you trying to accomplish with this
yeah,
business or with this campaign or with this propaganda? What who are you trying to touch? So
yeah,
basically, starting from the perspective of the client always helps you.
yeah.
Yep.
It's always the right move, and taking
Exactly.
your time.
Mm-hmm.
I just for a little more context for people listening. I used to want to just like I was like, yo, man, I hope in one interaction I can get this done 1 hour talking to this person and all that.
Yeah.
But now I have some people that I've been talking to for like 4 days. We just
Yeah.
going back and forth,
Yeah.
just like, yo,
Yeah.
tell me more about your business. What are you struggling with? What do you
Yeah.
want to achieve and all
Mm-hmm.
that, understanding and caring about the person, not just about making the sale.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
That's true. That's true.
It's a
And
whole thing.
I'll give you like one example.
Yeah.
Sorry. Um, I recently um, had this client or have this
Mm-hmm.
client. She was looking for a car insurance. Um, about 2 weeks ago, I think
Okay.
she wanted like a car insurance for her vehicle, and
Yeah.
she contacted me. Someone gave her my number, and
Yeah.
she was like, "I want insurance because I have to travel urgently, and I don't have insurance, and so I need insurance so I can travel."
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, "How much is it gonna cost?" And I was like, "Send me your details, and I'll try to find you a quotation ASAP."
Yeah.
She sent the documents through. I got the documents and I asked for the quotations. I presented her the quotations, and she was like, "Okay, I want this cheaper one. I want the cheapest quotation."
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Okay, no problem. We can go and put you on the cheapest quotation, but it will give you a good coverage also. And for what she needed, it will do the job. It will work
Yeah.
perfectly." So she
Yeah.
went through and she okay put me on the cheapest quotation. uh, I got the cheapest quotation. She was like, okay, I want to make payment and want to have the documents as soon as possible so I can travel.
Yeah.
But there's a thing over there, some insurance companies nowadays they request a couple documents that ends up being quite, I would say, struggling for some clients to get
To
those
get.
documents
Yeah.
in time. And she had to travel, as quickly as possible, and the insurance company was asking for some documents that had a lot of bureaucracy. And it's normal procedure for this insurance because they always ask for for these documents. They always ask, no matter who the client is, they will always ask for these documents. And
Yeah.
these documents were basically um, payment of light, of electricity or
Mm-hmm.
water, so
Yeah.
she could prove her address,
Residency. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, the residence. And then she had to also give a proof of her income,
Mm-hmm.
and the other documents were just basically, her ID and driver's license.
Okay.
But she had a situation that she lives very, very far. She doesn't live in the city.
Yeah.
She doesn't live, she lives really, really far, like in the, um, I would say,
Yeah.
like a rural area.
Okay.
And where she lives, the water comes from, how could I say it? I'm forgetting the name right now.
Okay.
How's it called when you have like a hole on the ground and you take the water from there?
Okay. Okay. I know what you mean. It's the
Yeah,
hole in the ground with the water. We know
yeah,
what that
hole in
is.
the
I don't
ground
know
with
the name yet.
water.
Yeah.
And then, so she didn't pay for water
Mm,
because the
mm.
water came from the ground.
So she couldn't get the residency thing.
Yes, exactly. And then they were like, why doesn't she go and just make the make the residency document at at how's it called in Portuguese? Registro? No, not registro. Uh,
Wait, what? chef de quarteirão type thing.
Exactly, something like chef de quarteirão. É declaração do bairro.
Okay,
Why
okay.
doesn't she just get a declaração do bairro?
Mm,
And then I talked to her in that sense, and she was like, "Yo, where I live, for me to get declaração do bairro, man, it's a fucking process.
mm,
Where I'm living, we don't have any, administrative post nearby. I'll have to
mm,
walk to that side of where I live, to go and do that. And it's quite a ride, and I don't have time because I have to go to work, and that will mean me losing one day of work. And
mm.
so yeah, it was just too much bureaucracy,
Yeah,
too
there's
much
a lot going around.
documentation requested. And she was like, but I can do insurance at the gas station. This company, they do insurance at the gas station, and they don't even ask you for all of that.
Mm,
Why are they asking me for all of these documents? Why do I need to submit all of these documents if I can go to the gas station and do it in 5-10 minutes? And I had to
mm,
explain to her that at the gas station, when you do the insurance, they don't cover any injuries. If you have an accident, they don't cover any injuries if someone has and ends up injured in the accident. So it
mm,
just covers the damage to the car. It doesn't cover, the injury. If you have an injury, if you have an accident and you end up, let's say, fracturing your arm or something like
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
if you do it the insurance through a broker or through the insurance, they'll cover the injuries that you have. But if you do it on the gas station, they will not cover that.
Mm.
So basically,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Okay.
so basically we had to try and talk with the insurance people, trying to explain the
Yeah.
situation that this person lives far, very far, and they don't have a way of getting a declaração do bairro without being able to miss work. And they don't pay water because the water comes from the ground on the hole. And
Yeah.
she paid electricity, but she paid electricity through her phone. And when you pay through your
Mm.
phone, you don't have like a proper,
Sleep and shit.
invoice and slip that you can see the address. So yeah, we
Mm.
had to talk with the insurance company, and we have to find a way to convince them that this is the situation for this client. And she ended up saying, "Okay, I want this insurance because I'll pay less, I'll pay the cheapest, and that's why I need the insurance because I need to travel. I don't want to pay more than this." And
Mm.
you have to find a way to compromise from either way. And the insurance company ended up understanding that, but
Oh.
still it's a job that you have to being able to communicate with both parties, both ends of the business, the customer
Mm.
and the insurance companies. You have to try and explain everything in detail, because at the end of the day, if you're not able to bridge and fill the gap with the communication, everybody loses, because she ends up without
Yeah.
insurance and she can travel. The insurance company ends up losing a client, a
Without a
potential
client.
client. And and it's the small things, so yeah, at the end of the day, it's a good exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's necessary exercise. I like that.
yeah.
Did did this stuff come naturally for you, like communication and being a people person and knowing how to talk to people, the going back and forth trying to convince, is this stuff that you were always let's say good at, or did you had to learn this stuff and
uh,
practice and improve and shit?
yeah, definitely, man, definitely, because yeah, I don't think I'm a people's people, first of all, like. Um, but yeah, I think I've developed a lot my communication skills, because once you're in a business field, once you're trying to do business, your communication has to be, you have to try to be a good communicator, because if you're trying to transmit something to someone, that person needs to understand where you're coming from, and what's behind your intentions and stuff like that. So
Mm,
yeah, definitely something that I try to build. I try to learn, and it came with time. Uh, I learned a lot over the past years, even on my other job, on my other ventures. I needed
yeah.
to dig deep into that, and learn how to talk with people, and learn how to make people understand where I'm coming from, and how can we proceed in a way that everybody ends up winning. and
Yeah.
it's a tough process. It's a really tough process because you have to be able to adapt always, because
Always.
not 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 everyone has the same mindset. Not everyone sees things the same way. So you need to be able to adapt, to communicate in different ways, but always trying to be yourself, and always trying to explain where are you coming from, and trying to be transparent on your ideas and how you think. But yeah, I think it's we're all born with this, but I think that, like you said, you have to train it. As long as you train it, you keep doing it. You keep getting better at it, and I think it's like everything in life. It's like painting um, art. Like painting, like being a painter. Like once you start, obviously you're gonna suck at it, and once
Mm,
once you keep doing it, once you keep going for your second painting, third painting, fourth painting, once you get to your like 100th painting, like probably you're like an expert at that time. And I
yeah.
think it's just like everything in life, like you just have to keep pushing and keep trying and keep learning also. And as long as you do that, like you'll be well, you'll do good. Because yeah,
Yeah.
people will think differently, people will have different opinions, but you just need to keep trying to push and keep trying to explain, and
Mm,
keep communicating and keep saying what you think. As long as you do that, at the end of the day, I think some people will eventually understand, and you also understand how you can get your message across the better way. Because sometimes
yeah.
you're communicating, but you're really not getting, yeah, like your message through. And maybe then you need to find a different way to get your message through. And I think that's the thing that you learn with time, that there are different ways that you can use to make someone understand something or give someone an idea. So as long as you
Mm,
practicing, you will learn that.
mm,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Gotta keep practicing, and it's a nice it's a dope, very important skill to practice.
Yeah.
Being in this field of sales and trying to sell shit to people,
Yeah.
because like that is gonna trickle down into everything else you do in life, even if you're not on a sales centric job like insurance, for example. Even if you go and start a different company,
Hmm.
even if you go and do the card business, the discount cards and shit,
Yeah. True.
there you'll also use your sales as you go into these different departments and you're trying to sell the idea of the what the business is, what the venture is, and trying to sell them into investing
True.
in your idea and all that. That's why I'm excited about also,
Yeah.
practicing my chops into sales and all that. I think it's a very important skill that
Yeah, man.
everyone should develop.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people, a lot of people just have it like naturally. I would say that
Mm,
a lot of people just have it naturally. But for me, I don't think it was like naturally. Some things I had to pick up, and not actually study, but like you
yeah.
start like reading books and stuff like that. You also start getting different perspectives of how to communicate and how to pitch ideas and stuff like that. So
Mm,
I think some people are already blessed with it. For me,
yeah.
I had to actually, be in the field. I had to, start doing it. And at one point, I was even doing it like unconscious, like you just
Mm,
selling stuff,
yeah.
or what you do all your life. You're selling something all your life. Since the
Yeah.
minute that you're in this world, you're trying to sell something.
Yeah.
Whether it's your
Yeah.
personality, whether it's what you believe in, anything, it's a sale. Everyone is a
Yeah.
customer in this life at the end of the day. So at
Yeah.
one point I was like, okay, this is something that we'll be doing for the rest of our lives. So if you're good at it, you have an advantage. You're better off being good at it than sucking at it, and it will help you in everything that you're trying to do, whether it's
Everything.
businesses, relationship, family stuff. So but for me, it's just basic things, just being transparent, being clear, and trying to be fair always, and always communicating what you're thinking, and what you really really feel. And if you there's basic principles, I believe, to it. And as long as you stick to the basics, you always do fine. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's complex because you have these books that talk a lot about um, how to sell and things like that
Mm,
and the nature. And it's they are good books. You learn a lot, and you get a lot of information on that. But sometimes I just believe it's really simple, and we could like simplify how it's done, because it's something that we always, every human being, if you think about it, every human being does this. Every human being is a
yeah.
salesman. So it's in our nature. So I believe that it's something that if you develop, it really helps you in life.
Mm,
Yeah,
it's deep. That's deep. I have a lot of ways that we could go, let me just say this and then jump into the other question.
yeah,
Let me just say that, bro, as you were talking about, since the moment you were born, you were just selling. I was like, bro,
yeah,
the moment that you're selling yourself the most is when you're dating.
yeah.
When you're dating, bruh,
True,
you're selling yourself, man. You're
true.
selling yourself. Oh shit, I'm good at this. Oh shit, you're beautiful. Oh shit, this and
Yeah,
that. I
true,
can
true,
take you to the park.
true.
Fuck. You are selling the shit out of
Yeah,
yourself.
true, true.
I'm the best partner. Look at me. I got
That's
a haircut. I got
that's
a haircut.
that's the moment you become a professional salesman.
Hey, you learn how to sell for
That's
real,
true.
dog.
That's true.
Hey, dating.
That's
That's when you
that's
sell it.
that's when you get your first taste of the market, how it is.
Yeah.
When you try to convince the other person that it's
Yeah.
actually me. This is
Yeah.
that's what you do in business actually. Also, you're trying to
Yeah.
convince the customer, choose me over the client, because I can do this and this
Yeah.
and that for you. And basically, dating is also a similar way to look at it.
Yeah.
It's also a form of people selling, and telling how they see the things and how they perceive it. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's also an experience, because you also get to learn. A lot of people actually don't look at it that way, but if you look deep into it, you can find the similarities, and you can see that basically,
Very
oh shit,
much.
this is also the same thing that I must do when I go looking for a job, when I go to open a business. It's the same thing,
Yeah.
because I think it's the essence of a relationship. The essence of a relationship always involves communication, and
Yeah.
communication always involves
Communication skills.
reciprocity, and reciprocity involves you being able to give and receive, and give and receive also has the component of being able
Yeah.
to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's deep, it's layers, it's
Yeah.
everything is connected to one another, you know.
Oh man,
You
it's
get better
crazy.
at something, you get better. And the other thing that I wanted to ask, because excuse me, you mentioned books, and you did actually say that sometimes books just complicate things too much.
Yeah,
But I'm wondering, is there any book that you learned that you read that you're like, yo, this book is special. I learned this and that from this book, you
yeah,
know, this
definitely,
shit. What
definitely.
did you have a book like that?
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, there's this one that, like, for me is like crazy, like Napoleon Hill, 16 Laws of Success. That book.
60 Laws of Success. Okay.
16,
I
16.
thought you were gonna say Think and Grow Rich. Nah.
No, no, 16. I haven't read the Think and Grow Rich yet. I'm
Okay.
trying to read it soon. But the
Okay.
first one that I read from him was the 16 Laws of Success, and that book like completely blew me away. Like, I was like,
Really?
bro,
Okay.
everything this guy is saying right here, like I
Legit.
like this shit already went through my head. I was thinking about this, but I didn't know how to put it into words. Like, and the way that he was so clear about it, I was like, damn man, this guy is like, this guy is being able to explain everything that I think about, everything that I imagine and stuff like that. He's just like putting into words in the way that it makes sense. I don't know.
Man.
I don't even know if this makes like I don't even know, bro. But I was just reading that shit. I was like, damn man, this guy is
When
on.
did you read it?
Uh, I think actually I'm still reading it. I didn't finish yet, but like
Okay.
I'm on the last chapter. But I started reading it last year.
Is it The Law of Success in 16 Lessons?
Exactly. Yes. The law.
Oh,
Exactly. So that's one of the major books that for me was like eye opener. I started reading it last year. I'm gonna
okay.
finish the last chapter sometime this year.
Okay.
'cause what I do, I read a lot of stuff at the same time. So for me, it's like a little bit hard sometimes to like completely
Feel
finish a book. But yeah, I also read the Martin Luther King autobiography. That was also one of the best books I've read in quite a while. It made me
okay.
understand a lot of things, about manhood, about challenges in life, about stepping up to what you believe in, and that was also a great book, a great read. And yeah, those are the most recent ones that really, got to me. Those two are the most recent ones that I was really like,
Okay.
yeah,
I just put the 16 this success in 16 lessons downloading. It's
yeah,
downloading right now.
yeah,
Gotta
bro. Read,
check it
read
out.
that, read that shit, man. Bro. Bro. I'm
you
telling you, man.
don't even have words.
From the
I
first line that guy puts on that book, man, you're like, bro, I don't even know how to explain. He's explaining to you how the world works, like how everything in the world works. It's like I don't even know, bro. It's like a
hey,
description of the human mind, like
hey,
human interaction and everything that happens in the world, like and energy and everything. It's quite, yeah, it's quite a dope book.
hey, I'm gonna
Yeah.
check it out. I already have it finished downloading. I'm gonna check it
So
out. I'm gonna
so
check it out, man. That's dope. Did it help with the selling stuff, with the
yes,
communication
yes,
or
yes. It did a lot because at one point, he has a chapter in the book,
mm,
that speaks a little bit about that and how can you become a better salesman. And
mm,
because he even explains in his book that what he used to do, he used to help people that had businesses how to sell their businesses and stuff like that.
mm,
So at some point, that also helped me and get some different ideas on how to approach selling and stuff like that. And
mm,
but basically it goes back to those principles, that I was saying. There are basic principles, and if you keep to those principles, the tendency that you have, if you keep your faith, if you keep your trust in yourself, and if you always, try to do the right thing, and you always try to help people, eventually things will come back,
mm,
and karma is real. So what you put in, you get back. So basically, there's a chapter there where he speaks a little bit about that. And yeah, that also helps you it helps you get a different perspective on that. And
mm,
yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff that he speaks about, man. How everything is connected. When you're trying to sell it to someone, how can you connect with that person, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. It's a book
mm,
that can help you to become successful, not only in making money, even says that, but also become a better version of yourself.
mm.
And he writes it, for if you want to make money with the book, you can make money. You can understand the laws of making money, but you can also understand the laws of becoming a better person. So
Hey,
basically, that's what I got from it.
so I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm sold. You just sold the book to me. Come on now.
You
This
see,
guy
man,
is
and like, yeah, that's how dope the book is. Like that's how dope the book. Like I would like advise anyone everywhere, if you have the possibility to read this book, just read it, man. It will just give you a different perspective of life. It will just like the things that it talks about is crazy, man. Honestly, I've been thinking about those things all my life, but I didn't like have the words to explain them. And I just opened that book and I started reading it, and I was like, bro, I, I understand this shit. I know what he's saying. I know
uh,
how he's feeling. I know what he's trying to say. And he had to
uh,
work for it. And for me, it was like automatic.
damn. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out when
Check
we
it
finish
out, man, and
this.
let me know what you think. It's a really dope read.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
long is it? Is it a long book or is it a few pages?
Yeah, it's quite long. Like I read it on my phone. That's why I haven't finished yet, because I have it on my phone. It's like
Mm.
almost 1,000 pages, something like that.
Oh goddamn.
Yeah, so it
But
takes quite
but
a while.
but
But you won't even like feel that it's that long. You won't even like feel it because it's just like engaging. Like you just
okay.
keep reading and you keep wanting more. There are a few chapters that are a little bit like, You're like,
Mm,
why am I reading this? Because the book is very old. It's like from 1929, I think.
okay.
Yeah, almost like what, 100 years, almost 100 years old. So like, yeah.
Yeah, like 91 or 89 or
Yeah.
whatever.
So
Yeah.
some chapters, is like you find him talking about business ideas. Some chapter, some he has a chapter where he talks about business ideas. But come on, man, business ideas from 1929 in 2020, like there's no way. Like, okay, so those parts I was reading it, but at some point I was like, I don't really
Skip
like
it.
need to read that because
Mm,
all of that is in the past. But yeah,
right.
majority of the book is a really nice book. You find
Mm,
really nice ideas. You find really nice tips, and it's also eye opener for a lot of things in life, and also teaches you and talks about how to carry yourself and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a really good book if you're trying to be successful in any part of life. If you're just trying to be a successful person in business,
mm.
in a relationship, and in life, just being you, I would advise anyone to read that book.
All right, that's Napoleon Hill.
Yeah,
Success in 16 lessons.
yeah,
That's what's the law of success in 16 lessons.
yeah,
Get yours. Get
yeah,
yours. I already got mine.
yeah.
What area did you learn the most? Oh, this. What area in life did you learn? Have you learned the most? Have you learned the most from business? Have you learned the most from relationships? Have you learned the most from fitness? Have you learned the most from spirituality? What area of your life have you learned the most? From fun, for socializing, like what area have you learned the most
Uh,
from?
I would say, I would say probably, I would say probably business. Yeah,
Mm,
probably business because it's what I do basically every day since I get up until basically I go to bed. Like just go up, go to work, and trying to get things rolling and trying to find opportunities and stuff like that. So something that I do every day constantly. I've been doing for the past 5 years, 5 or 6 years. So
yeah,
yeah, every day and it's been a learning experience. Every day of it, every day has been a different thing, a different story. And in the midst of all that, there's a tick over there, relationship, family, social stuff, and fun and whatnot. But I would say that majority of the things that I've came across were related to my work and the things
yeah,
that I try to develop and I try to create, and those are the things that I try to take lessons from and
yeah,
apply it in the rest of my life. Obviously, it's not that linear. It's not like it's not like uh, to how can I say, it's not like the word is running from my head right now, but it's not like
well, like everything you learn from business. Is that what you mean?
not really. It's not like when you say to how do you say?
Two birds with one stone.
Nah, not really. It's not like automatic. It's not like okay, you learn this in this area and you can apply it the same way
Okay,
in another field of life. But
okay,
yeah, I definitely I try to learn from everything, honestly, but uh, work is what basically I do from Monday to I don't know Saturday maybe, and
okay.
yeah, it's what I spend most of my time doing. So yeah, it's the thing that I'm able to cultivate more from.
All right, I
Yeah,
feel that, bro. And what do you do like for fun when you want to relax and shit? I know you mentioned music in the
yeah,
beginning. You
yeah,
have your music. Earlier today, you were running. You were
yeah,
running around town a little bit.
yeah.
Getting yourself active on the fitness and health.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, what are those things that help you just get laid back and relax and get a
Uh,
break from work?
yeah. For me, like music is the thing. Yeah, music
Yeah,
is like the thing. The like first thing I would say probably. I just
yeah,
like get my PC on, get my keyboard. I try to make some beats. That's the thing that I try to do to get away from everything. Because once I'm doing that, it's like I'm in another planet. Like it's just like everything disappears. Uh, but yeah, read a book.
Mm,
sometimes go out, just chill with my girl and stuff like that. Those are the things I like to do basically for fun. Travel, but obviously can't travel right now at the moment. Well,
yeah,
you can, but with restrictions, so it's hard. But yeah, those are the things. Like yeah, simple things. Just being with friends, having a drink and stuff like that. I
yeah,
won't say partying because I'm not that much into partying right now. I used to be. Yeah, like yeah, that was
yeah.
the thing at one point for me. But like yeah, I think I'm over that. But yeah, just
Okay.
like, I used to hit the gym, but I can't unfortunately right now. The gym used to be something that
Yeah.
I also used to do to get away, and it used to help me. I'm hoping next year I can get back and I can
All right.
get back to that and will certainly help me. But yeah, for fun for me, man, basically it's music, reading, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Research. I like to do research, man. The thing, like one of the things, like yeah, research, man. Doing research. I don't know.
Mm,
The thing, like when I have an idea and like just doing some research on ideas. That's one of the things that like also excites me a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
How how often do you have to like turn off work and go to your other little planet and do your fun things? How often? Like after a week of work, after a month of work, you're like, yo, let me tune into the music, or is it irregular?
It's
How often
very,
do you do
very regular, man. Very
it?
regular. Yeah, I don't have like
Yeah.
there's no like how would say like a schedule or something like that because like
Yeah.
it just happens like at some point of my life I just like go deep into music and I'll just stay like maybe 1 month like doing it every weekend, but like right now the way that my life is structured I can only do it mostly on the weekends, and,
Yeah.
and at some point I was doing it during the week, but it was messing up my schedule because once I get my PC logged in, once I get my keys, once I open Reason or Fruity Loops, I was seeing that I was sleeping at 2 a.m. during the week, and that shit
Yeah.
fucked up, and I have to
Yeah.
go to work the next day. I have to be at the office and I have to get ready and whatnot. Because as soon as I like start doing a beat, and if I feel it, if I see that damn this shit is hot, this shit is like banging, I would stay like until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, like, and then that would be messed up. So I try to cut music during the week. I try to not get myself into music during the week anymore. I try to do it during the weekends. That way I had more time. Like, I could wake up and just go dive into the music directly and stay the whole day doing music and producing beats. But
Yeah.
that was during a certain period of time. I could do it every weekend during 1 month. Now I'm not doing that much. I'm not even like touched my keyboard like in the last past 2 months, I think. So yeah, it just
Mm,
depends. It depends on the inspiration that I have and how I'm feeling and how life's
mm,
going and stuff like that. If not, I'll just if I'm not doing the music, I'll just read a book. I'll just do some research, and that also helps me get some new ideas and come out fresh.
yeah.
Yeah,
I feel you. I feel you. That's dope.
yeah,
I was asking because I've noticed that for myself. I
hmm,
think every 2 weeks I'm like, yo, let me get the mic out, bro. Let me get
yeah,
the mic out. Let me start laying down these verses.
hmm.
After 2 weeks of just doing work, I'm like, yo, check
Gonna
this.
get back to the creative process.
Like, yeah, I need to let my creative juices flow, bro.
Hmm.
I've been doing this over and over, and I think for me it's even worse because I don't get out of the house. I
Okay.
just stay in the house. Everything I do is from the house. All of my work is from the house. Everything.
Hmm.
Like I just get out of the house if it's an emergency. If it's something that is like, yo, you gotta get out of the
Yeah.
house.
Hmm.
So I'm locked in my house every day, working. I'm like,
Hmm.
after 2 weeks time, I'm like, yo, bro, it's time. It's
It's
time.
time to
Just
get on the recording. Yeah.
yeah, get your microphone, start laying these
And
verses.
and,
It's
and,
like
and, and
it's gonna.
how do you do it? Do you write? Do you freestyle? How does it work for you?
Oh man, I write everything. These
Okay.
people that talk about freestyling, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. I'm
Yeah,
like, you're
yeah,
saying words just come to your head? What the
yeah.
fuck?
That's crazy. I know, man. I've tried it. It's crazy. It's hard.
Hey man,
Very hard.
I write down every single word, every single comma,
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah.
I write it down all in the rap.
Yeah,
It's
that's
fun.
dope. That's dope. But yeah, it comes a time where you just want to be creative and you just want to make sure
Yeah,
you like you just record because those are also your thoughts and how you've been feeling and what you've been
yeah,
seeing in the world. So
yeah. As you said, it's
also
therapeutical, man. It's
exactly.
therapeutical.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, unfortunately, the last couple of months, I don't know why, but I haven't been feeling inspired because the thing is also like I have like this big tape that was supposed to launch
Yeah, yeah. I know.
ever. I don't know since when. I'm delaying
Yeah,
it too much. So every time that I go on to make when I plug in my computer or plug in my keyboard, I start doing a new beat and I don't finish what I'm supposed to, finish.
yeah,
And I don't know, but if you're a creative person, you always want to get on to the next thing. You don't want to like worry about the other bits that you're done because they're done, they're already there. And
yeah,
I'm trying to do this beat tape, but I don't want to go back to touching those beats because for me it's like it's not being creative anymore because that's working. Because if you want to be creative, you want to create something new at the moment. That's the
mhm,
feeling of the creativity. You want to bring something new to the world. So touching those beats that already been done, it's not like really really being creative. It's like more work for me. So I'm
yeah.
like, this
Yeah,
is
you gotta put it out, man. Put it
yeah,
out already.
yeah. I'm trying. I'm trying. I think I'm not sure. Maybe maybe let's say maybe this month. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's see
Hey,
what
put
happens.
it out and get done with it.
Yeah,
That
that's true,
that
man.
way
That's true.
you can let that weight off. You're gonna feel lighter. You're gonna feel,
Yeah,
like you don't have anything on your shoulders, and you can just, create
yeah.
purely from
That's true, man. You're right
inspiration.
about that.
Yeah, man.
Now let me
It's
see. Let me see how it goes. Let me probably this month I'll feel a little bit more inspired. I don't know. Uh, I don't know. Something will happen. Maybe they'll like take my juices up and I'll get back to the keyboard. But yeah,
yeah,
let's see. Because it's not even far away. Like I just have like what maybe 2 or 3 beats just for me to close it. But yeah, it's just like it's the finish line part. Where you're like
yeah, yeah, I
do the
feel you.
last stretch. But yeah,
Yeah,
the last reps. Let's see.
yeah. I
Yep.
think you can get it out, bro. You can get it out. Just get over with it, and
Yeah,
then
you're right, man. You're completely
move on
right
to the
about
next thing.
yeah.
Even if it doesn't come out exactly perfect, like you
That's
can
the
hit it
thing,
next time, bro. You can
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you think like it's gonna be perfect. It's not, nothing's perfect. It's just it is
yeah,
what it is.
you just gotta be like, oh, it's great enough, bro. I've done everything that I could, and I'll
Yeah,
improve on the next project.
yeah,
Sometimes that's
true,
how you go. But yeah,
true.
man, it's
Yes.
an hour and 20 minutes. Anything else you want to touch on or whatnot for the next 10 minutes that we have here?
Uh, Not really, man. Just thank you for this opportunity to be here and chatting with you. It's been quite a while, man.
Hey,
Appreciate it. Thank you again, man. It was dope. It was fun. Yeah, man. And keep doing what you're doing, man. Obviously, you've been trying to put up this podcast since a while. I remember since we were back then in Barcelona, we talked
yeah,
about doing YouTube and stuff like that. So
man.
obviously you're still on that, you're still grinding on that, and keep doing what you're doing, my brother. Keep being human, keep being blessed, keep putting positive energy out there. Yeah, just keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. It's hard. These are hard times. I can imagine that for you to be doing this in a country like Moz, it's even harder. So don't lose what you're trying to accomplish. Don't lose your focus, man. Just keep going and keep representing, man, because this is dope. This is the type of stuff that we really need right now. This is the type of different approach that we need right now. This is the conversations that we need to have right now. This is the type of thinking that we need right now. This is the type of media that we need right now. It's not anymore about TV and radio and stuff like
Hey,
that. This is the
yeah,
future, man. And you're one of the guys that's on the forefront of that, and you do it very
hey,
well. And
hey,
you're one of the greats, and I think you'll be able to do something really great one day, man. And just keep doing what you're doing, man.
hey, man, you gonna make me blush and shit. God damn, this nigga out here gonna make a
Yeah,
nigga
bro.
blush. Shit, my guy.
Uh,
God damn.
all
I
right.
appreciate you, man. I appreciate all your words. I
Yeah.
value your words a lot, man. It means a lot coming from you. And yeah, I want to thank you for, creating the time, making the time to make this happen. You
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
it's always dope touching base with you. Whenever we talk, we
Yeah.
can talk for hours, bro. We can talk
True.
for hours and
No.
hours without stopping. And yeah, this was no different. We started before I even hit record. We were talking for like
Like
30
yeah,
minutes.
30 minutes
You
already,
know,
man. Like yeah.
we were just going, and I was like, "Yo, let me put this on."
Let,
Otherwise,
let's say that one is a release one day. We can release it like in the future, like one
yeah,
year
like a
from now.
deluxe
Like
edition.
yeah, in the 1 year from the Trailblazers like podcast, we can put that out
Uh,
or something like
put
that.
that
Or
out.
even when
Shit,
we do the mixtape or something like that, because
we put that
that's also
part.
coming. So yeah, we'll find a way
Yeah.
to put that
Oh
out.
shit! Wait. There's something
Sure.
I'm thinking now. There's something that you said that you were gonna put on your beat tape. I think I sent you a voice note one day, and you're like, "Shit, I'm gonna put this on the beat tape."
Oh
Do you
yeah,
remember?
you sent it to me on Instagram. I think I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to look it out again.
Yeah,
Now that
I
you mention,
remember
I have to
now.
look it out. Okay, I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna look at that because I
Yeah,
completely forgot. I won't lie, but I know the conversation that you're talking about. I said, "Bro, can I use this on the beat tape?"
yeah, I remember that day. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
let me see that. I'll see it on our chat, and I'll see if I still have the idea for it. Because I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I was completely high when I heard that, and I was like, "Bro, this shit is gonna fit somewhere on this beat that I'm trying to do."
Yeah,
And sometimes ideas just come like that, man. You're just like
yeah,
place and moment,
100%.
and you're traveling and stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's definitely something that happened. I didn't
yeah.
remember that, for
Yeah, I just remember this. We were talking, but yeah, man, I appreciate you taking the time making this happen, man.
yeah.
It's gonna bring a lot of value to people because man, the vibe of the millennials. We're trying to be creative, trying to create businesses, trying to create art, trying to express ourselves, trying to bring value to the world. And
True.
sometimes you can feel like all the struggles are just your struggles, when there's other
Mhm.
people going through the same struggles. So I love to make this just for us to share what
Yeah,
we're going through, how we deal with things, the books we read, the people that help us,
yeah,
the approaches that help us, what got us through, to share the wins and everything, just to make this a more collective experience, to for it
true,
to feel less lonely. I don't like the
true,
saying it's lonely at the top. I don't like
true,
that. I
true.
don't want it to be lonely at the top. I want to be with my niggas and
Yeah.
ha- like just kicking it and knowing that like yo can look to the sides and
Mhm,
my friends are doing the same things. My friends are also thriving and all that.
mhm.
So that's why I really appreciate you because time will tell, but we're gonna achieve what we want to achieve. You're gonna do things you want to do. You're gonna be great. You're gonna have all the abundance you want. Like it's inevitable, man. It's inevitable. I
Mm,
remember when we went to Barcelona, we were at that coffee shop. I forgot the
true.
name of the coffee shop. We took a photo. We asked the girl to take a photo. I
Yeah.
put it on my Instagram, and the caption was, "Show me your friends. I'll show you your
For your
future."
future. True. I remember
Yeah,
that
that
one.
was that
True.
was the caption.
Yeah.
That's just for you to know how much I value, man,
Yeah.
and why I always want to have you by my side. Not
Thank
on some
you, man.
homo shit. Not on some homo shit.
No homo. No homo.
No
True.
homo, but
Yeah.
it's great to have great friends around you because that will determine where your life is
True.
gonna go. So I appreciate you, Milton. Muchas.
Thanks,
Ay,
man. Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for this conversation, man. Thanks for the time. And
one
yeah,
hundred percent,
anytime, bro, always available, always here, man. And yeah, let's get it, man. Let's not
100,
let's not be lonely at the top. Let's do it together, man. And let's try to
100%.
encourage everyone. Let's try to keep ourselves inspired. Let's try to motivate each other. And yeah, let's get it. It's a battle, man. Let's keep on fighting.
Good. It's the marathon RP.
Yeah, RP, man. Let's get it.
And to everyone listening, this was the end of episode 12. I think it's 12. Thank you for listening. Let us know if you enjoyed, what you enjoyed, who you went next. We had the request for Nico Journey. We had a request for Nico Journey, and I think I'm making that happen. I just contacted him earlier today. So yeah, brace yourselves. We might have that. So keep on sending the requests for people, and I'll make sure I get them here and we fucking talk to them, and you get all the juices. So yeah, thank you. Subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends, and I'll see you all next time. All right,
All right.
peace.
Peace,
Bye.
dope.
Uh, 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 uh. uh, uh, uh,